what exactly is a clean cap table and when does it get messy?
It gets messy when you have like 50, 60 people on your cap table.
So is 10, 12 people okay?
Depends on at which stage.
Okay.
After your first round, even 10, 12 is messy.
Yeah.
After series E, of course, you better have 10, 12. So, in the initial stages, when we end up as founders taking checks from just about anyone and hence cluttering the cap table. Now, what would happen is eventually some investors would use that as an excuse not to invest in you, right? But eventually, investors will insist you clean up the cap table.
Right.
And again, founders had no option earlier. Today you have options like RUB, etc. So might as well use those structures. A lot of angel investors are like, no, we don't want RUB, all of it. But I actually tell them, you know what? It's better for us because when it's not like we are investing some 50 lakhs, 1 crore, all of that. If you're investing 5, 10 lakhs, if you're in a RUV, fine, nobody will have an issue. But if you are on the cap table, if not the next round, the round after that, you will get booted out.
Yeah.
Because the investor would want to clean up the cap table. So if you really want to continue in this company for a longer time period, it's also to your advantage to be part of a RUB. One is cluttered cap table. Second is if you have gone around like handing out advisory options to everyone, I have an issue.
That's become like a new thing now. Everybody wants to take advisory equity. But I think early founders don't realize that because there is no financial outflow that's happening when I'm giving advisory equity in the beginning. So हमें लग रहा है कि काफी सस्ते में काम हो रहा है, but we are not realizing that it's actually the most expensive thing out there.
Exactly. The number of founders who have called me up and said, Anisha, I had given this advisor 3%.
Oh, wow.
But now I want 2% back. मैंने तब क्यों नहीं सोचा?